and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton. And today we are going to tell you that the city has its third YMCA branch, which I think is quite a lot for a city our size. And here to tell us about that are Skip Ferebee and Nancy Byrum from the Y. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
I know it's not quite a Y yet, but you're open.
Yeah.
And I think, this is a lot for a city our size. Why is it you think Hampton can sustain and needs and operate a third YMCA branch?
Well, this new center has some unique offerings. So, for instance, we are really going to be focused. It's really going to be like our wellness incubator. So, the executive director of wellness that we hire to run that center for wellness will actually oversee all of our wellness initiatives for the entire association. So we're looking forward to that. But it each has its own flavor and its offerings, and we're not going to be duplicating some of the same programs, right, to make it efficient. But when you look at the geographic footprint, it was able to be sustained with it being in such a district, an area, and
so
clusters.
Skip, tell us where the new one is, by the way. Let's open with that.
Sure. It is at 41 Coliseum Drive.
4100.
4100, thank you. And it is right across from the Sentara. It's part of the Sentara Careplex, and it's right across from the main Sentara area.
And so for that reason, and we do want to say there was a previous operator there, the lease changed, and that was vacant for a little bit.
That's right.
And then you guys agreed to move in. What is that building like? Like, I've been in the building for the doctor's offices on the other floors, but you can kind of peek through and see things. But tell us what that space is like, or what it will be like when you all are done with the renovations.
Sure. So downstairs we have locker rooms. We have a child watch area for parents who have children will watch their children while they work out. We also have 3 kind of pool areas. We have a 4-lane lap pool, a teaching pool, and then a spa as well. Upstairs we have our wellness floor, which has state-of-the-art cardiovascular equipment, circuit equipment, free weights. And then there's 3 group studios, 2 group exercise and 1 group cycling studio.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yep.
And people were very upset, and I know that because they came to City Hall when the place closed initially, or announced it was going to close initially. What are you able to get some of those folks back in, and what is kind of that unique niche that center is going to fill?
Yeah, they had a great community at that center before the YMCA came in, and we've had a lot of members come back, and it's like it's great because they're coming back to their old family, and they are so excited to see each other, and so that is what we are excited about, to be able to serve that community and then expand to really Hampton and then kind of our greater area.
And I think that part of that is that community that was already formed by the natural relationships and support from member to member is really what the Y is about. Also, is about building community. So it's a perfect match for our culture and approach to welcome them to our family and one family. But it was really exciting to see all the people coming back and reuniting. So when we had a soft opening, we had people come in to do tours. And even though the old members didn't need a tour, they wanted to come in and just talk. And they would bump into another member. Oh, you're coming back. And it was just it was almost like a family reunion. It was really amazing to see.
Well, and it's in a part of town that doesn't really have as many services. There's not a city, community center out there. There's nothing. And so you're right in that expanding, growing Coliseum area where I think there's some growth coming, some new apartments coming, a lot of new residents, but also right there by the business park.
That's right.
So people who want to work out on their lunch break or before or after work, it's kind of a natural thing, and it's a good amenity for the city to be able to say when recruiting businesses, look at this great wellness center nearby.
Right. Well, and it's interesting to see, even we opened the facility on Monday, and to see the people that have been using it so far might be a member that joined at the Hampton Y over by LaSalle, and they work over by Coliseum Drive, and so they're using that facility because they work there. But they joined originally at another location. So it's just an added benefit, like you said, for that region, that area with all those businesses.
And we have...
Go ahead, Skip.
And we have, and Nancy leads this effort, but we have, that ties right into a lot of the corporate wellness programs that we have. Nancy, I know you know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, so we're excited about what this center provides us the opportunity to do as it relates to healthy living for both members, but also for organizations. And so community partners such as Sentara Careplex, we're working with them on how we support their employees and help them with healthy living as well as members in the community.
So tell me what wellness is versus health. Like how is that different? I know it's an important word in what you do,
Right.
but
well, so when we say wellness versus fitness,
Right.
as a good
I guess
example,
that's the question,
right?
right.
So wellness for us is really the overall well-being of a person. It's physical, but it's also mental and it's spiritual. And so the great thing about the YMCA is that we focus on all of those entities. We provide a great community space for people to come and do classes like yoga, but also sit and talk to their friends in the lobby for maybe hours, because that might be the one place that they have to go today. And so we really focus on all of those, and that's really what wellness means to us.
I think a lot of people may have gone to that facility through a doctor referral
Right.
too. I mean, there were some special heart, kind of programs. Will that continue, do you think?
It will. So we're working closely, for example, with different community partners, but specifically Sentara Careplex, on how do we help them with post-therapy rehab, different things that are coming out of that space, and when patients leave their care, how do we make sure that they continue their health outside of the hospital care? And so, absolutely, we're very excited about that work.
I think, as the baby boomers age, they're used to having been fit their whole life, and they want to continue that, and sometimes there's challenges.
That's right.
And Sentara also being so good at the osteopathic and joint replacement and all that kind of thing. People are eager to stay active as much as they can.
And it's important for their health that they sustain that in an environment that people can really help them.
So that'll be the niche of this one. Let's just briefly cover your other locations, because it is a network, and you can do it so that once you're a member of the Y, you're a member of all the Ys, right?
That's right. So in the city of Hampton, like you mentioned, we have now 3 YMCAs, our Fort Monroe Y, and that is one of our newer facilities, and that serves the Fort Monroe area, of course. They also have a really great outdoors type of summer camp program for children in our area, which is a really great program. And then our Hampton Y as well, off of LaSalle. And we have lots of...
And that's the granddaddy. That's the big.
That's right. That's right. Aquatic programming, youth programming, as well as adult health and wellness as well. Through those YMCAs so far, we serve about 8,000 people just through membership alone. So that's not people from our community that are non-members of our that use our programs. That is just through members. So.
Right, because if I remember the programming, you could take swim lessons and not necessarily be a full member, be on the soccer, indoor soccer. We use them a lot,
Right.
especially when my kids were younger. But that gives, just a whole variety of things. So at Fort Monroe, what are the facilities there? I know you do the summer camp, but I have not actually been in that one.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Walk us through that.
Sure. So similar to how I explained a little bit before, but we do have a wellness floor with cardiovascular equipment, some really neat circuit equipment and free weights as well. We have group exercise studio, group cycling. We have 2 racquetball courts at that facility as well, which is a little bit different. Those are, out of the 3 Ys, those are the racquetball courts in Hampton. And it's a really unique facility because it was, it's part of Fort Monroe, and everything there is just very unique and beautiful. And so I would encourage anybody to really visit the Fort Monroe Y. It's very unique.
I don't know if it was always at that building, but the Fort Monroe Y is one of the oldest in the region. It was there a long time ago.
That's right.
Obviously, it's evolved a lot.
That's right. The oldest armed services YMCA in the nation. And so when we were given the opportunity to reopen it as our YMCA after the fort was decommissioned, we really jumped on the opportunity, and it's meant a lot to us and to our community to have that as a Y again.
What else, what are the benefits of joining the Y? I mean, you talked about kind of the 3 components of wellness. Also for young people, for families,
Right.
for all that kind of thing.
Right. So the YMCA the thing that I love most about it is that we're about strengthening our community. And we do that in 3 ways: through healthy living, youth development, and social responsibility. And so when you join the Y, you join an organization that's dedicated to all of that. So when you are a member, you have the ability to get member preferred pricing and preferred registration off some of our very popular youth programming, summer camps, and things that are coming up that people need to start thinking about now.
Right.
After school care programs, personal training, things that are member benefits that you'll want to make sure you take advantage of when you're a YMCA member. But really, when you join the Y, you're joining a cause and you're joining a movement. And it's for the sake of you, but it's also for the sake of the strength of our community. And you mentioned earlier about the network. So when you join the Peninsula YMCA, you are a member of our now 14 locations. But when you join the Y, you're a member really of a nationwide network. So wherever you go in the country or Puerto Rico, 93% of the YMCAs will welcome you into their location. It's 2,300 communities around the country.
That's really especially good for people who travel a lot,
That's right.
for business or whatever.
That's right. Yeah.
And I think what you'll find is some of the community space that we have, which is unlike other fitness centers, because we're really not just a fitness center. What you'll see that really struck, I just came to the Y 6 months ago, so I'm new to the organization.
Yes,
but I love it. And what struck me was the strength of the community, whether it's no matter the age. But the community gathering and people seeing each other and spending time. Some people sit there and talk more than they work out time-wise. It could be about anything. And in some cases, quite honestly, we are the only community for some people who may be older, living alone, that they have a relationship with the organization as well as the people there that bring them joy. It's amazing.
It is nice, and I certainly remember, when the kids were in a program like swim lessons, I was able to go do something.
That's right.
Or when they were playing soccer, sometimes we'd stay there all morning to watch different kids and different teams, and the parents would have that community time as well. So it's
so you
always,
experienced it. It is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Is there any closing arguments you'd like to make before we wrap up about why people at least need to come see? I assume you're having open houses and people can make an appointment or just show up if they want to see one of the Ys?
That's right. They can show up anytime. We're open now. And if you join in the month of April, we are waiving the joining fee. So that's want to get in fast this month so we can make sure you're not charged that joining fee. But we're very excited. We're excited to serve the community, and we'd love for anyone to come and check us out.
I think it's just such a great opportunity. One of the things I've heard about the Fort Monroe Y is that people who live on the other side of the water and work over here, or the other way around, use that after work, and then by then the traffic's better. And it's just in that perfect location where people can do something productive and then, go home and ease that situation. So that, and then I think we'll find that people at the new center either come in through an affiliation with a medical person or live nearby. I saw on some of the Facebooks that people who are at Langley Air Force Base or have been, or NASA, it's just very convenient to those locations.
Yes,
so
it is.
I think you'll continue to see some growth.
Well,
Absolutely.
we hope so. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for watching. I hope you will check out the new Y, the original Granddaddy Y, or the original Armed Services location at Fort Monroe, because they all are wonderful community facilities that have a little bit of a different niche in terms of programming and who their reach is. So check them out. Thank you.